interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Reddish.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Harrell in at the 4. And for the Hawks, Leonard at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Reddish out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Halfway through the season, Brent, as a team, are you still discovering new ways to win?
Yeah, I would say if you had a set of encyclopedias, when you get to around January, you should be in the MN section, Kevin. So do people know what encyclopedias are? But
I can picture in my mind. I know exactly what you're saying.
So from that point on in the season, you have a great foundation to build on, and there's a lot of things that you can do that are just slight wrinkles to what it is you already do. And that's the great thing for coaches, is to challenge the players to see how far through that encyclopedia we can go. What letter can we get to in the alphabet by the end of the year?
Now, here is George. After the miss from John Collins, George passes to Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
We'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What's the news, David?
Well, Kevin, he admitted defensively he's concerned. He said, we're going up against a team that sees the floor very well. And they're quick to take advantage of mistakes. So we have to be quick and smart in our rotations, or we'll get eaten alive. Guys, we'll see who wins out in this battle of adjustments.
All right, David, thank you for the report. One of the tougher things to accomplish, Greg, slowing down great shooters.
Yeah, you have to cover the entire floor defensively. That's going to take a terrific commitment on their part.
Well, there's been enough time for them to dig into a lot of video in this one, so they should be ready to go.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Beverley, and the rejection by Collins. Here's Reddish, and Reddish with the slam.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses, understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Now Beverley, a look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Outside Leonard. Back to Beverley. Clock at 6. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, Beverley doing a good job of reading not just his defender, but the secondary defender in that pick and roll.
Pass to Capella. Dishes it to Collins. The 8-footer. Second chance shot. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. A nice shot by George.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Beverley against Young. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
So it's the Hawks now. The Clippers getting the bucket. To the middle. Here's Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
Oh, he's just a great finisher on the inside. John Collins, one of the game's better dunkers.
And you pair Collins with a passer like Trae Young? Look out.
Yeah, you get him the ball around that launch point where he can get his feet together, and Trae can pretty much throw it anywhere. Collins last year a top 20 player in field goal percentage as a roll man in pick and roll situations.
And he makes the first.
John Collins, an amazing young talent in this league, one of the best run and jump athletes that we have at that position. So fluid out there, gets out in transition, and that's where this Hawks team can really show its young talent.
That one is no good. And it's that quick second and third jump capability for Collins, Brent, that really stands out.
It makes you really tough to box out. You understand not only where your teammate's shot might miss, but your own shot on the inside. And John Collins can read where it's coming off the rim, get to the ball, get right back up and score.
Here's Leonard, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Clint Capella.
And that's so difficult. You just try to challenge Kawhi's shot, think you've timed it perfectly, but instead, it's an up fake.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
A free throw drops for Leonard.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
Now here is Young. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Toronto. In the corner, Collins with it. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round, shows you how deep that draft was.
Now, some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks. Grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low. Here's Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
Los Angeles leading by 5. The 3 from George. But they'll get another chance. Here's Zubac. And Capella sends it back, but he stays with it. And that one is good from Zubac.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have 2 elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Here's Harrell following the basket by Trae Young. Leonard finds Beverly. Here's Zubac. Just 5 to shoot. There's the pass to Harrell. Here's the 3. Rebound, Atlanta. Now, here is Young. He averages over 27 points a game and seems to always find a way to score. Inside. Capella kicks to Young. Collins wide open. He fires. Off target from three-point range.
Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Beverly. Leonard looking around. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Hawks. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
His touches left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor. Shoots the 3 well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up, really 1 through 5.
And the first one at the line is good.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least 1 3-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
And to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it.
Now here's Williams. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. Brent, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for
Yes,
the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Pass to Capella. Poked away and stolen by Williams. Passes it to Leonard. Over Dedmon. That one a little long.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Yep, that one goes.
Not settling for jump shots there as Herter gets his way on the drive.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Outside Williams. The pass to Leonard. Over Reddish. Another miss by Leonard.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Here's Herter. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And here is Williams. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Takes it out to Leonard. The 3. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Teague. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Back to Herter. Just 5 on the clock. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul. So for the Hawks, Jones comes in for Clint Capella, and it's Bembry in for Reddish. And then for the Clippers, Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Zubac, and Marcus Morris subbed in for Kawhi Leonard.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
And he sinks the second.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring. You get good playmaking and rebounding. You get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
Here's Teague. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Williams against Teague. Williams gets the bucket. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Lou Williams still has some nasty handles. I love him busting out some of those tricky moves from time to time.
Williams against Teague. In the corner, Herter with it. From deep. He can't get that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
Here's Teague, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Pass to Herter. Back to Dedmon. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Shoots it. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
Clippers leading by 7. Outside, George fires the 3, and Jones pulls it down.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, Brent, bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
And that one misses.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. And the second free throw, good. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Williams looking over the floor. Here's Green. The shot misses. Good D by Jones. Shamet with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Williams, that's a 2-pointer, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Clippers lead by 8. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Back Back to Jones. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
The Hawks have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. That one misses for Jones. Clippers leading by 6. Here's Jackson. Tries again. Dedmon with the block.
Well, some more of the reach effect of Dedmon, the way he times that one. Impressive shot blocking ability.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Jackson in the corner. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 4 assists in the game. Williams against T. Right wing. Here's Herter. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one, Kev. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. A unique upbringing for Clint Capella. Spent years in a welfare orphanage in Switzerland. He said he never imagined he'd come this far.
Even as a kid, I wasn't even dreaming about that far. I would say that's even past my dreams. I mean, now I'm just living the moment, trying to work hard as I can, and just enjoy the present. Enjoy the present.
Just an inspiring story, Greg. It gives you perspective on why you should be grateful for everything you have.
Kevin, without a doubt, Capella's upbringing helped shape him, and the hard work he continues to put in is really admirable.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to try to feed that, get out quick.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Hawks, we've got Dwayne Dedmon. Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Jones. And it's Herter in at the 3. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Williams kicks to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeAndre Bembry. That's his first foul.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Here's T. The Clippers getting the bucket. He kicks to Jones. Dedmon passes to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Back to Dedmon. Fires it up. And good. Got the English that time as he falls.
4-2.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Jackson is doubled. On the wing, Green. Back to Jackson. Morris with the ball. He had 19 points in the win against Dallas.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Teague after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. Jones dishes to Teague. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing coaches who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things like Chris Paul and Mike Conley that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars but have been important parts of their organization.
Also tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
The Hawks trail by 6. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the paint. Collins finds Teague. A beautiful reverse layup. Teague's got 8 points.
And big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip. That one goes. Count it.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now, here is Young. Out to the right wing. Shamet with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Well, Harrell gets up there and he uses that long wingspan for the finish.
Young drives in. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Clippers leading by 6. Over to the left wing. Here's Beverly. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Young against Beverly. And Young kicks to Hunter. Kicks it out to Collins. Latrey. It's hauled in by Beverly. Beverly's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the wide open shot from Morris. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Hawks trail by 8. Teague feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hunter. Now here is Young. He can't hit that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Beverly for 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Jones has got 4 rebounds in this game. Teague against Morris. That's good from Teague on the assist by Collins. Collins has got 3 assists tonight. Now Beverly. He's got 6. Passes it to Harrell. Here's Shamet. On the wing, Morris. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Hawks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Young inside. Defended by Beverly. Young passes to Hunter. 4 on the shot clock. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds in this game. Shamet the pass to Morris. And Jones sends it back. Collins kicks to Young. To the left side wing. Here's Teague. It's not going to go for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. Beverly wide open. Hits the jumper in space. Beverly's got 8.
Well, he made some kind of adjustment to his game after a poor first half. And he's been impressive shooting the ball during the second.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverly is one of them.
And Patrick Beverly always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverly plays on, you're going to have to go through that.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Reddish comes in for Jeff Teague. And then for Los Angeles, Zubac is checked in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Reggie Jackson. Now, here's Hunter. He's coming off a 10-point game against Toronto. The 9-foot shot. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. And it's DeAndre Hunter with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles leading by 8. Beverly with the ball. Guarded by Hunter. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Outside, George. Shoots the 3. The offensive rebound.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Young taking his time here. He dishes it to Capella. Now here's Reddish. Defended by Beverly. Shot is good in the Los Angeles leads. Cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Reddish. Now here is George. He picked up 30 points in their last win against Dallas.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
And Young kicks to Reddish. The dish to Collins. Now here's Reddish. Not a lot of room. Excellent D there from George.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Lou Williams is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Tries yet again. No good from Zubac. And Collins has got the ball here for Atlanta. 8-point game. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now, here is Young. The Clippers grab the miss. Beverly's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
So good, so experienced. Paul George can convert the toughest of buckets.
Here's Reddish. He's got 6. And here is Capella. Here's Hunter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on George.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
For the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for John Collins. And it's Bembry in for Young. And he makes both free throws.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
And there's the pass to Leonard. Dedmon with the block. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And here is Los Angeles now. They've led by as much as 10. Now here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Rebounded by the Hawks.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Los Angeles leading by 6. To the inside, Leonard. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Leonard's got 13 points.
Oh, you see the touch inside from Leonard does a little bit of everything for this basketball team.
Bembry the pass to Reddish. Here's Bembry. Pass to Capella. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. 1:52 left in the first half of basketball. Now here's Beverly. Defense right on him. Leonard with the ball. 32 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Here's Bembry. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Dishes it to Reddish. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
1:12 left in the second quarter. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Pass to Leonard. Over Dedmon. Dedmon with the block. And he's able to get it back.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Beverly. 8 points for him. Here's Leonard. Dedmon with the block. Capella bounce pass. Reddish kicks to Dedmon. The Hawks working the ball around. Hunter no good.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And when Hunter attacks like that, it really puts the defense in a tough spot. Love it when he takes the initiative.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. First free throw is good. Los Angeles making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 11 seconds left in the first half of the game. Outside Williams. Fires from deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. With Lou Williams, Lou, it seemed like the defense slipped a little bit there and let them make a run to close out the half.
Just got to play better. I think we got comfortable. We had a big lead. Every once in a while, when you have big leads, you tend to not make plays. That's characteristic of how you play as a basketball team. So we just got to tighten back up.
Yeah, let's see if you can get back on top of this thing in the second half, Lou. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 2-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And Shaq, what'd you see from Atlanta?
Well, I love that they were forceful at the offensive end. They got the shots they wanted. They played aggressively and got to the line. A strong attacking mindset. I like it. We'll see if they bring the same attitude in the second half, though.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the pick.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team. Just fighting tonight.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Hawks said they were going to be patient when they rebuilt their team, and they were going to do it through the draft, and they've stuck to that script. Now, Trae Young is probably the biggest name, but Atlanta's added a lot of great young talent the last 3 years. There's John Collins, Kevin Huerter, and in 2019, the Hawks added 3 more good young players in the draft. DeAndre Hunter, Cam Reddish, and Bruno Fernando. Things are looking up in Atlanta.
I would think so, too. On paper, it looks good. We'll see if it materializes. D.A., thank you as always. Here's Beverley after Clint Capella's bucket. Beverley, the pass to Leonard. Over Hunter. Leonard, no luck.
Talk about hurting your team. I mean, he just can't get anything to go out there.
As good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here is to stand up defensively and shut down whoever he's guarding. Small and slender. If he can become just a little bit above average on that floor, that's a huge win for the entire team.
Clippers with the ball. Following the basket by Trae Young. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Paul George.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
Now, here's Dedmon. He has 5. Passes it to Capella. Shoots over Zubac. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And he said he's eager to change the narrative about his defensive shortcomings. But, Brent, what does Trae Young need to do to improve there?
Well, I think he has to look at the approach that Steph Curry had. You remember with the Warriors, a lot of questions about Steph not being able to guard his position and shifting off with Clay. Now, Trae's got to accept that challenge as much as he's trying to lead this team offensively. If he can show defensively he can be consistent, that's going to go a long way for these young Hawks.
Shoots a fader, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George. Leonard's got 17 now.
That's a quick move, and that's a soft touch. That's mid-range opportunities for Kawhi Leonard to cash in on.
And the pass to Reddish. And here is Capella. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Open jump shot off the mark. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Just a level of power and explosiveness. Leonard just tenacious at the rim.
Now, here is Young. He's got 6. Now, Reddish. Poke loose. 6 to shoot. Here's Hunter. And an air ball on that one. Way off.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Beverly. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Capella.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence in these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
2 shots.
First one falls for the Hawks. Collins comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Teague in for Young. And then for Los Angeles, Morris is checked in for Zubats, and it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Clippers leading by 3. Leonard with the ball, picked up by Teague. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 8 here in the quarter. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And that one hits back iron.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Leonard. Now here's Harrell. He has 6. That shot is off. And here is Teague to the middle. On deep, Collins. Good on the triple.
Confidence there shown by John Collins. Gotta like watching him go right up for the shot.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Leonard. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. Leonard's got 23 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Pass to Hunter. A 3 ball. Doesn't go that time. 80 that time from Leonard.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
He's one of the most uniquely built players in the NBA, and Kawhi Leonard draws contact often. I'm not sure he feels it, but he gets it.
The Clippers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Under 6.
The first free throw is good.
We've seen it. We've seen Kawhi Leonard mature and improve right before our very eyes. But one area where he was already pretty good was coming in at the free throw line.
Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for the Hawks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Shamit's checked in. Now here's Teague. 10 points for him. Down low, here's Collins. Morris with the rebound.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
And a great time to check out the power rankings. See how the teams are stacking up across the league. You take a look at Los Angeles. They're locked in again at that third spot. Not a bad place to be.
And right now, for the Hawks, they're sort of cemented in this spot right now. Playing decent basketball, but not quite well enough to make up any ground and get into that next tier.
Reddish, and he makes the 8-footer. Reddish has got 14 points. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Bounce pass from Shamet. Fades. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Reddish kicks to T. Puts up a 3. Drains the three-pointer. Now just a 3-point Clipper lead.
Well, if you let a player like Jeff T get set from behind the arc, he's going to make you pay.
Passes to Leonard. Over Reddish. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 14 points here in the second half.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Here's Teague. It's deflected. Shamet with it. The pass to Leonard. Shoots over Capella. Leonard, no luck. Here's Herter, guarded by Jackson. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. And that'll be his third foul so far. For the Clippers, JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Lou Williams is subbed in for Landry Shamet. Now, here's Reddish. He's covered by Leonard. Now, Reddish. He's got 14. 5 to shoot. Collins dishes to T. Tipped away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Williams. Pass to Morris. Puts it up from 12. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight. And it's Teague with the ball, but he brings it up for Atlanta. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Lou Williams.
Stellar effort from Jeff T. Gets contact on his way to the rim.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
Right side, Williams. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Williams has got 6.
They haven't relied on him as much as usual, but when his number has been called, he shot well enough to help them earn the lead.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
And the shot goes down. 16 points for Teague.
Well, just keep feeding and feeding and feeding Jeff Teague. Not missing anything right now.
Now here's Jackson. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. And Reddish with the slam.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Clippers leading by 4. Outside Williams. Pass to Leonard. Green up on top. Pulls up. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Green's got his first points of the night. The Hawks have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Outside Collins. Back to Teague. 6 on the shot clock. With some arc, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Lou Williams.
Now, hard to match up with Jeff Teague because he's very adept at drawing contact.
He shot 5 of 6 at the foul line.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Andre Bembry's checked in for Reddish. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clippers leading by 4. Right side Leonard. No good on that one. So Atlanta will take it the other way. In the corner. Herder with it. Lays it up off the glass. Herder's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation. And a moment here to check out the numbers for Herder. Averaging about 11 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
They throw good, Lou Williams.
Lou Williams and that wisdom gives a boost to the confidence of the entire team, someone the younger guys look up to.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Teague. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubac is checked in for Leonard. And Williams drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Young against Williams. Passes it to Herder. Kicks it to Collins. Here's Bembry. Now the pass to Young. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. Collins, good.
Yeah, the way you keep plays alive is with some effort, and John Collins giving it to you.
Pass to Zubac. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Jackson. Rebounded by the Hawks. Cabella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Young in the corner. Herder with it. On deep, Collins. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Morris passes to Zubac. Oh, and here we go with Collins. Nobody back. And finished off by Collins.
How about the instincts by Herder right there, making a difference on that end?
With the assist.
.55 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Jackson. goes up on the high post. Rebound by the Hawks.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
And the dunk by Capella.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Another steal. Here's Herter, and he dunks it down.
Great energy and hustle that time from Herter in the fast break.
Clippers trail by 4. Knocked away. Green kicks to Williams. From deep. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Jeff T firing on all cylinders for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Clippers shooting in this game, 45%. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. The big men are Collins and Dedmon. And it's Young in at the guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Pretty good mid-range player there. The touch from Lou Williams, especially on those kind of jumpers, that one's on the money.
Beverly against Young. Feeds it to Dedmon. Shoots over Zubac. Dedmon's shot is off.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Now here's Williams. High arcing shot. No, it doesn't go. His 4th miss in 8 attempts. And he uses the glass on the layup. Williams has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
Well, it's such a challenge trying to alter anything that Lou Williams does, just because you're on your heels most of the time.
Young pass to Herter. Here's Hunter. He's guarded by Williams. It's Young on the wing. Over Beverly. Shots good from Young. And the Hawks lead by 2.
I just think anytime Trae Young finds some daylight, he starts to think about looking towards the rim.
Zubac kicks to Beverly. Williams against Young. Teardrop shot, and it's Williams laying it in. Williams has got 10 points here in the second half.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Passes it to Hunter. Beverly against Young. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
And you look at Young. He'll be a starter if things stay the way they are now. He's sitting at the 4th position in the Eastern Conference voting.
And I hope they do stay that way. He's been so good this season. It really would be a shame if he missed out on a spot in the starting 5 for the East.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The pass to Herter. Collins against Morris. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll go up against the Magic in Orlando.
And when you look at the Kings matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Zubac, that's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Hawks trail by 4. Young inside. Defended by Beverly.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound. I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Morris. Williams dishes to Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, that's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves. And we'll just see what he does here at the line.
And the Hawks making a change here. Reddish is checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Harrell's checked in. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, the main thing here, though, guys, is just to make sure you get a two-possession game now.
Atlanta calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. We'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Hunter. And here's Collins from outside. And the three ball is good.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
The Clippers in the lead. Up top, Leonard. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Reddish. Excellent D there from George. The Clippers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Wide open. And that one's good. Beverly.
You can't play too far off of Patrick Beverly, or this can happen.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Left side, Collins. Back to Young. In the corner, Collins with it. Back to Young. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beverly's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Leonard with no one around. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Atlanta again missing. Stolen by Collins. Young outside. It's tipped, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Teague comes in for Trae Young. The Hawks trail by 4. Collins passes to Hunter. Back to Collins. Here's Reddish. Misses the 3. And here are the Clippers. They're on a 13-5 run here. Leonard dishes to George. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Zubac's with it. 6 to shoot. Pass to Beverly. Unloads.
Oh, good work from Jeff Teague to get himself in terrific position to help alter that look.
Atlanta's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Right side, Collins. He kicks it to Reddish. Passes it to Capella. Now, here's Hunter. Lock at 6. And it's blocked.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on a 13-5 run. Outside, George. Kicks to Harrell. Back to George. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, you'd like to push Paul George out of the paint if possible. Goes into his bag of tricks to score that time.
Teague, the pass to Reddish. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. Clippers leading by 5. In the corner, George with it. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Now, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
The pass to Capella. To the wing on the left. Collins kicks to Capella. It's hauled in by George. Here's the Clippers. They're on a 17-6 run. A 3 from Leonard. That shot off the mark. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Now, here's Hunter. Guarded closely. Now, Reddish. Inside. Shoots. Atlanta again missing.
And he has lost all confidence out there. Still not a single field goal made in the game.
Teague against Beverly. Here's George. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
The Hawks trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Left side, Leonard. Reddish grabs the rebound. Reddish has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now, here's Teague. Here's Capella. Pass to Reddish. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Unloads from 13. Here's Teague. Pass to Reddish. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Clippers leading by 7. Pass to Leonard. Off the left rim and out.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. And he gets it to go. Leonard's got 16 here in the second half.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 7. He dishes it to Reddish. The kick out to Teague. The Clippers grab the miss. Zubac has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Reddish dishes to Capella. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, beautiful play on the interior. They're just using the height advantage to lay the ball up and in when they really needed that basket.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw no good for Capella. Clippers leading by 5. Outside Leonard to the paint. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Teague kicks to Collins. Over in the corner, Reddish. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Reddish has got 11 in the second half.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And the Clippers call time here. They lead by 5. 1:33 left in the fourth quarter. .133 left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Leonard. Defense is right there.
Good scorers have that ability. When Leonard gets that deep, it's usually a bucket, a trip to the free throw line, or both.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that increases their lead to 6. 1:24 left in the fourth. And here is Teague. Over in the corner, Reddish. The feed to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Collins not the first option, but wow, stepping up.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Outside Leonard. Good work there as it goes. Leonard's got 32 points.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Collins finds Teague. Another shot. Here's Reddish. It's hauled in by Zubac. A chance here to possibly put it out of reach.
This is when you really need to maintain your focus.
Here's the pass to Beverly. Six on the shot clock. On the wing, Williams. Three-pointer. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And now a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Shot from the inbound. Magruder with the rebound.
Box foul. They're over the limit.
Gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
At the line for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard. At the line for 2.
Leonard hits them both.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.